is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Pro Bowler Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders do battle with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're off to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much parity. So the way they've played has been truly remarkable.
Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Tyreek Hill from last week, there are the numbers. 3 catches, 51 yards and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here we go.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, they could drag. That guy can be your safety valve. We saw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tahir Whitehead in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, as he can really impact this offense. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch it. You touch it.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And some space here. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They go play action here on 1st down. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah,
Still first down.
Easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Now Carr on the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Justin Houston in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so good. This is caught at the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. 1st down, the run with Lynch. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
To throw is Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He got 29 yards that time. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tahir Whitehead. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Brandon Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Here's Carr. Completes it right side to Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. Oh, he slipped right by him. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Off the bootleg. Carr rolling to his right. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They run again on first down, Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Green, 39.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
Oh, you Kareem Hunt. We know you've got the power. We know you've got the speed. Now how about that? Show us a little bit of that wiggle in there. How about that one, partner?
Can you imagine trying to tackle that? Yeah, I'll stay up here with you. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Ready. Green, 39. Green.
A toss play to Hunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that play was vintage Derek Johnson. Made a play in the backfield. In college, he did as an outside linebacker. Used speed to get to the backfield. Now, a bulked-up inside linebacker with multiple Pro Bowls on his resume.
To throw, it's Mahomes. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, turning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On 3rd down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable 3rd down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Mahomes now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spinning away. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Carr now on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. That connection with Jordy Nelson coming on the drag route.
Hard to believe that he was a walk-on.
Yeah, Kansas State.
It's so hard to believe that people missed entirely on him. But how about his ability to work and run any route you need? And that completion is evidence that it doesn't matter what you call, he's going to find a way to get open.
Walk on at Kansas State. Now the locker rooms are named after him there. They'll rifle this from deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
694.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. First down now, but that clock rolling. Carr now on first down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr again. And this is caught. It's Cooper. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Carr now to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Again, it's Carr. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. Mitch Trubisky, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45. Hut, hut, hut.
On 3rd down. That's Hunt. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to... We now proceed to the start of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. On the return, it's McKenzie. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Throwing on first down is Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Nelson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On second down, here's Carr. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline.
And the Raiders have got him. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. And it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be third and a mile. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long.
Here we go now. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That's taken it around the 40. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And our focus now moves to Jordy Nelson. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Nelson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
The pitch out to Lynch. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Carr to throw on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. Third down here.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Carr to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A very solid gain of 27. And in this weather, and I know you weren't a quarterback, you were on the defensive side of things, but how hard is it to throw that football?
It can't be easy because you never know how the moisture is going to affect things, and each quarterback handles it differently. Some are a little bit better than others. Depends whether we'll wear a glove, not wear a glove. How cold is it? You know, all those things go into it. But it goes to everything else. Keeping your footing when you're running routes. Supposedly you have the advantage as a receiver because you know where you're going, but that's not easy as well. Finally, just locating the ball when it finally comes through the snow. Kids love it. Kids love snow. Players, not so much at times.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to find Hill here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Green 39.
On 3rd down. That's Hunt, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside. and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the kick by Butker is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, now currently sitting in the coveted number 2 spot. Of course, you'd love number 1, but if you can't have one, number 2 is pretty good.
I agree with you totally, and here's the other part, too. The really good teams, the really confident teams, they're not as worried about being number 1. 2 is fine because they feel like they can go on the road and win against number 1 if they absolutely have to. The big thing, though, is clinching one of those early byes and able to sit and get a little rest as the playoffs begin.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw on 2nd down. Carr. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 23 yards on the play. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. A toss play. This is Lynch. And he's got room. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
6-18.
To throw, it's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. That close to taking a fourth quarter lead, but the goalposts, they had other plans.
I thought it was on target. And look,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On the run, this is Hunt. Fights off the defender, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how your guys are going to block it, They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run again with Lynch. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10.
Kill. Get set. 180. We're good.
Carr gives to Marshawn. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And Cook has it, left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
694.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. Back to the ground, Lynch. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Get set. 694.
Back to throw, Carr. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. To throw his car. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Coleman. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Mahomes. He's got Watkins on the out route. 23 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with Hunt.